Hey guys, Mr. Radio Operator here. Tonight I'm going to give you a 30-day review on the iPhone 4. This particular one is Beacon 003's. He is using my iPhone to do this recording. So thank you, Beacon 003. If it wasn't for you, tonight would not be possible. So thank you very much. You are the best. Anyway, on with the review. So far, I don't really have a comparison as far as Verizon. This is the Verizon iPhone 4. Compared to like AT&T. I have used AT&T service before compared to Verizon. As long as you're in the city, yeah, AT&T works fine. But if you go out in the country or away from the city, you lose a lot of signal, and sometimes completely. I haven't had that problem with Verizon. Also, I've heard reviews on the Verizon, the antenna around the phone. Some people have had problems with lost or dropped calls. I haven't had any problems. I have it's a little bumper. It's that I've put on it, and with the bumper, I've had no problems at all with it. Let's see. There's the Retina display on it that I really enjoy. It brings out a lot of detail in the picture. Makes everything much clearer. Small print. You can actually read the small print, whether it's on Safari or just your little icons here. You can actually read and see things very clearly. The speed of the phone, as far as like I say, whether you're doing the App Store, Safari, email, I think it's pretty quick. It's only the 3G network, but I haven't had any problems with it. It downloads things very quickly. I'm very pleased with it. Like I say, it's only been 30 days since I've had it, but I absolutely love it. I can do anything, whether I'm at work, at home, sitting on the couch. I can do emails, I can read emails, text, anything I want. It has the multi-task on it, so I can have several icons open at the same time. So anyway, what else was I going to say? Anyway, as far as the review, I'll just sum it up. I think it's worth getting. You can do anything you want on it. It's very user-friendly, and I have a question from Beacon. Yes.
What do you think of the style of the iPhone?
Style and the looks of the iPhone. Very attractive. It catches your eye, whether you're just looking at the front and admiring the little apps on it, or the back. The back's very sharp. Everything is very neat. I have the Zag cover on the front and the back to help protect it, prevent scratches. I really would recommend the Zag. And also, I like the feel of the Zag versus other covers. Whether it's the anti-glare, not overly fond of that. But the overall, I think it's very attractive. I'm very happy with it. Like I say, I didn't think I was going to super love it when I first got it, but now I don't know what I'd do without it. Yes, Beacon.
Would you rather have a case or a bumper for your iPhone, and why?
I prefer the bumper because I have a case that I just slip it into. If I had the actual full case on it, like the OtterBox or something to that effect, or something thicker than just the bumper, it wouldn't fit into my belt holster. So that's why I like just the bumper. But if you're just going to stick it in your pocket, in the purse, or something like that, you might want to invest in more of a cover that actually covers more of the phone for protection. But if you're not going to be very rough with it, if you have a good history and you don't drop your phone very much, bumper is perfect, and it shows off the look of the phone much better. Yes.
What do you think about the front-facing camera?
Front-facing camera. I think it's good quality. Good for making videos. For close range, if you're trying to take a picture of something farther away, I don't know why you'd hold your phone like this to take a picture far away, but the back camera has a higher pixel, and it does much better. Both cameras are very good. I used to work the iPod 4. cameras on the iPod versus the iPhone, there's no comparison. The iPhone is much better, much clearer, very little pixelation on it. So it's very good quality. Any other questions?
Are the buttons, all the buttons, the sleep button, the home button, are they all responsive and everything?
Yes. As far as the apps on the front, they're very easy. You just barely have to touch them. They pop on. The side buttons and the button on top, very easy to push. With the cover on it, this particular cover, anyway, it's from Griffin, is the cover, the bumper that I have. You do have to push a little bit harder, but for me that works out better because when I put it in my holster, on my belt holster, the buttons don't accidentally get pushed, on or off or up or down, whatever the case may be. So I like it where you have to push a little bit harder for them. But as far as the keypad on the phone, when you do an email, it's the buttons are, if you need, if you have big fingers and you need to. If you keep hitting two buttons at the same time, which I've never had a problem with, you can always turn the phone sideways, and then your keypad is long ways, and it spaces out the letters a little bit more. But I've never had any problems with any of the buttons or anything like that. Anything else?
I have two more questions. I forgot one, so I'm going to ask one more
Okay.
for now. Would you recommend people to jailbreak them? And I remember my other question, so
Excuse me,
I better say it before I forget.
Okay.
Do you think it was a good idea for Apple to put glass on the back?
Okay, well, as far as jailbreaking, jailbreaking is a preference, a personal preference. I probably wouldn't really recommend it, but if you do, the few bonuses you get, you do unlock the capability of it being a hotspot. What else? You can also FaceTime through a 3G network instead of always having to be on a Wi-Fi. Those are pretty big differences. Excuse me. And as far as the glass on the back, I haven't had any problems with it. I've heard people dropping them, the glass kind of, breaking or shattering a little bit. But I'm usually pretty careful with it, especially with the bumper on it. It stays up off the table, or if whenever you lay it down, it doesn't actually lay flat on the glass. So I think it adds appeal to it, and I haven't had any problems with it. So anything else?
I don't know if you can answer this or not, but the antenna style compared to the AT&T iPhone, where it only has 3 separators, versus the iPhone 4 for Verizon that has 4.
I don't have. I really can't compare. I've never had the AT&T phone. I do like the 4 separations on it. It doesn't, if you hold the phone like this, squeeze it hard enough, make sure if you cover all the antenna up, if you look at your signal, you may drop a bar, maybe 2 if you hold it long enough. Most people don't go around holding their phone like this. If you have the bumper on it, it affects it even less. You even have less of a problem. Most people just hold their phone like this, you talk on it, you never have a problem. But as far as the more separation, I think it works a lot better as far as having any problems of drop calls or anything like that. It helps out quite a bit.
I have noticed that AT&T iPhone 4 users have had more problems than Verizon.
Yeah, I would imagine. This is definitely a better antenna system. They've thought it out a lot better.
And guys, I have never had a call dropped or my antenna drops ever. I see people that have, and I'm like, well, what are you doing wrong? Because I haven't. I use my phone normally, hold it like, I guess, a normal person would, I guess. And he holds his iPhone 4 the same way. So
Anyway, we'll end the review, but just wanted to say that it's awesome phone. I wouldn't know what to do without it. So if you have any questions or comments, let us know and we'll do our best to get back to you. This is Mr. Radio Operator and Beacon 003. We'll catch you later.